I'm happy because we're getting back to the theaters. We're getting back to normalcy in that respect, which means we're getting back to the movie trailers, which makes me sometimes happier than the movies themselves. So we have two that we're talking about this week. The first being a sequel to a sleeper hit horror movie. I don't even know if I'd count it a horror movie, but I guess you could. Escape Room from, I believe, 2 years ago. Yeah, the first one came out in 2019. Super low budget for, I believe it was Blumhouse. Didn't see it in theaters, but I saw it at home later. And I thought it was actually pretty good. I didn't see it for a while because I thought, this kind of just looks like PG-13 Saw, mixed with the popularity that is escape rooms. And in a sense, that's kind of what the first one was. But it's still, I could have fun with it. It's a solid like 6.5 out of 10. Like, you're not going to write home about it. But when they announced a sequel, I was like, okay, I'm kind of on board for this. Why not? It's an interesting enough premise. I like, not like, it's not a mystery, but like
Yeah.
okay, how do we figure this out type of situations. And I like the concept of what this trailer presents here of take all the previous winners of all these other deadly escape rooms and put them all into one trap together. And how does that work? Kind of like didn't Hunger Games do something similar to that of like,
Yeah.
you won the first
Yeah.
one, now we get the reunion. I don't mind this trailer, but I do have one big issue with it, but I'll get to that once we hear from Josh. Josh, you come at it from a different perspective because you haven't seen the first Escape Room. Having
Correct.
not seen the first one, what were your thoughts with this trailer? Could you still track with it? Were you at least interested? What were your thoughts?
So I'm with you, and I think I said it to you too. I was like, oh, okay, so we're just gonna do Saw, but in a different universe. Sounds good. But um, there's something about this. This is more intriguing than Saw ever was, and part of that I think is that we know it.
Cohesion?
Yeah,
Cohesion?
cohesion. There's no jigsaw involved because it's not a Saw movie. Um, it's just there's something really really interesting about it, and the traps all look interesting, and the idea that someone was so mad that that these people won and got out of their escape rooms that they, from the looks of it, dropped millions of dollars to create this like really elaborate escape
Well, it's
room.
not one individual. It's a whole
Yes,
big thing.
but that's also what I'm saying is like somebody was so mad that this group of people all beat their escape room that they're like, you know what? Let's really mess with him. And to me, and maybe I'm reading into this too much, the movie believes in itself so much, it basically shows us the whole first puzzle.
I think it shows us way too much.
Oh, I agree.
I think so you know how trailers these days have what's called a stinger. Like it'll play the main trailer, then it'll show you the title card, and then it'll have like a quick like 5 to 10 second like stinger to really get you into it. Like Eternals had a little bit of like, now that Captain Rogers and Tony Stark are dead, who's going to lead the Avengers type of thing. I hate this stinger in this trailer so much because the trailer's showing like interesting traps in some rooms, and then it shows them. I'll put up this spoiler warning for those that don't want to know and you haven't seen this trailer because I think this is a huge spoiler and super super stupid that they showed this in the trailer. That they climb out of this manhole and they're like, oh, we made it out, we're back in the city. And then they immediately show it's all just a projection and yet another room. I'm like, that would have been such a cool reveal to see in the movie itself, to have these characters like 1408 did, of these characters thinking they're escaping and they've made it out, only to find out, nope, you're still stuck in this game. You never left, which I think every time I watch 1408, I forget about that twist
Yes,
every single time. I'm just like,
every single
he's out.
time.
Oh, no, wait, no, he's not yet. No, he's not. Because y'all, if you haven't seen 1408, 1408 is so good. Depending on what edit you're watching, it has which ending. It's super, super complicated. I wish they didn't show that stinger, and when it just shows the title card, Escape Room, Tournament of Champions, or whatever, then that's it. So that way, when you see the movie, you're just like, they're out. Oh, no, they're not. as a whole, this seems like harmless fun, like the first one was, or like a Hellfest was. Just not going to be the best horror movie of the year. That's going to be Halloween Kills. We know that.
We already know that, yeah.
or I'm still kind of optimistic for Candyman. That kind of looks amazing. But this could be at least fun-ish as a whole. Would you say yay or nay for this one, Josh?
I mean, yeah, why not? I mean, not every horror movie can be like, or thriller, I guess, can be like top notch, fingernails into the armchairs cover. Like you can, not every single one can be that.
Not everything needs to be The Shining. Some people can be.
Yes.
Some things can be Final Destination.
You need a good popcorn flick every now and then, and I think honestly, this feels like. This feels kind of like a Scream, almost like it knows what it is, and it's not going to try to be anything more than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think
it's just here for entertainment's sake.
I also think movies like these in the coming months will be critical to movie theaters of not the big blockbusters, not the home runs, but the solid line drives or the doubles in the gap. Like things that aren't going to be massive successes, but things that were made for low money that can make a relatively decent profit. And they can be stabilizing, I don't even know if that's a word, stabilizing movies for the theater-going experience in between the big movies like your Black Widows and your Fast Nines or whatever else, so to speak.